Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome yourselves back to yet again another video. So today I'm gonna be reviewing NF's concert and kind of telling y'all what I think about NF this Search tour. I went to his concert Tuesday and it was super great, and I have a lot of thoughts about that. But first, make sure to leave a like, make sure to comment down below what you thought about the concert in your area, if you liked it more, if you liked it less, because I assume it was, worse or better or the same. So just let me know, and also subscribe, because every single Thursday I do song reviews. So when NF drops another song soon, which probably won't be for a bit, but let me know what you think about that as well. I think soonish, right? But whenever NF drops another song, I'll be one of the first people to review / react to it and give my opinion on it. And I'm a big NF fan, so I'm really excited to do that and react / review any other artist song. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. Subscribe for more of that, because you'll be getting that every single week. But we're here to talk about NF. But before we do that, I feel like this is something that people really don't look at a lot when it comes to concerts, or NF's concerts in general. And forgive me if they do, but Kid the Band, right? The opener. People don't talk about the opener as much, obviously, as the headline person, as the main person. Like, why would they, right? Okay, but it is important. There's a couple things you kind of want to look at when you're looking at the opener of a concert. They need to have good stage presence, number one. Number two, they need to give you as much information about themselves as possible. They need to get you hooked a little bit. And number three, they need to make you feel like they're the main person there. Not obviously undermining NF or anything, but like they own the stage right there. Not that they're just an appetizer, but that they're the full meal, and then you get even a bigger meal. If you know what I mean. I felt like Kid the Band was a good appetizer, and that's kind of what you need to be in a sense, right? But I felt that I felt he did not have that good of stage presence, whether it's nerves or whether it's just him. I felt like he didn't have that good of stage presence. Terrible? No. Bad? No, not even. Amazing? Definitely not. So he just kind of seemed kind of weird, and kind of what really made me go like, what the heck, is he started, he wasn't like, hey, what's up, Phoenix? Yo, Kid the Band, yo, check me out here, blah, 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 blah. I'm excited to play for you guys. Let's get into it. No, he just started off the song. And then of course he introduced himself and his drummer later on, which was great. And he kind of said, he's like, yo, meet me out in the foyer. We can talk after. I want to meet you guys after. But it was just kind of like, okay. It was just kind of weird. And he kind of had an awkward moment where he wanted the crowd to sing part of his song, but they didn't, so I kind of felt bad. But then he had a good moment near the end. Everybody was waving their phones in the air, and that was super cool too. And don't get me wrong, as an artist overall, Kid the Band was actually really good. He had a really, really good voice, and he didn't seem to track too much stuff, and the instrumentals were definitely funky. So as an artist, Kid the Band is actually really good, and he got a pretty big artist on his song Easy. I can't say her name properly, but she was on the song Happy Now Was Dead, in a foreign place. Anyways, but hey, yeah, pretty good opening. It was a good appetizer. It got you used to the sound quality. It got you used to the loudness, which it would take a minute or two to get used to the loud bass and the loud snares and just all the loudness of a concert when you first get there. But NF, okay, there's a lot to debunk when it comes to NF's performance. About halfway through, 3/4 way through probably, he had like hiccups, so he had to sing If You Want Love, and that was super funny, because it honestly would have been really cringy and embarrassing if we were singing the song and he just started hiccuping, and that'd just be like, oh, I'd hate that. But he let us know, and he let us know in a funny way. He just wasn't like, yo, I have hiccups, and then sang the next song. No, he's like, I'm gonna tell you a personal confession. I need y'all to sing with me. All right, guys, I need y'all to sing with me. So that was really funny. I really enjoyed that. The wait in between the opener and NF coming out was really antsy, because it was actually kind of a long wait, and you just hear the start of the Search instrumental just keep looping and looping and looping. Well, the strings, not the exact instrumental, but you just hear that looping, and you start to film, and then you're like, all right, it's not gonna come, and then there's false alarms, because like you think you hear a little extra bit of bass, you think you hear something, and it's just a false alarm. But then the lights go off. And you know it's about to come. So the lights came up. The lights went off. You know it's about to come. And then you don't even know when, but kind of just randomly, the "Hey Nate, how's life? I know it's all right" starts. And at first I was just kind of like, whoa, what is actually happening? And then you just get into it, and it's great. NF talked to Alice a lot, a perfect amount, just like, what's up, guys, telling little tidbits, little stories, little ideas and stuff like that. That was super great. NF's stage presence is amazing. He has one of the best stage presence I've ever seen. At this concert, it was so good. I mean, whether it's from him waving the mic around, getting low, getting high, going up in the air on the little lifts, whether it's him going on the cage, messing with the balloons, making faces, absolutely amazing. And don't get me even started with the fast rapping parts. He only had to take like one breath. On "Leave Me Alone," about halfway through, the fast part is like breath, and he does it all really, really good. And you can tell it's not tracked, and that's another thing I'm going to get into. Probably one of the biggest disappointments anybody can go to, or anybody can find at a concert, is they go to the concert and it's all tracked and it's all lip synced and all that. I'm here to tell you, NF did not lip sync anything. Now NF did use some tracks, right, but it's understandable and it doesn't bother me. Here's why. Well, it bothers me a little bit, and then it also doesn't at the same time. So I'll explain what I mean. As far as the rapping goes, right? As far as the rapping goes, I would say he did probably 85 to 90, in between. I'd say in between 80 and 95% of it. So he did 80 to 95% of the rapping, not tracked, not with help, on his own, which was insanely impressive because of the fast parts and all of that. It really, really good. And I'd say about, again, 75 to 80% of the time, he didn't mess up. His voice sounded good. His voice sounded on pitch, whatever you want to call it. Sounded great. Now, here's a little bit of a complaint, but it's not a huge complaint. It's not a huge deal. But he did not sing anything. Now, I understand why. It's a little complaint. It sucks a little that he didn't. But why he didn't isn't like a cheap or stupid reason. It's because he's rapping. Chorus comes, the singing part, and your voice just was not going to be fit for going from, even if we both, it wouldn't have sounded good. So he lets the crowd fill in with that. He ad-libs it. He sings a little bit of it with the track in the background. And it's pretty good overall. I think it is pretty good overall. I think artists should write what they can sing and rap live, but if they can't and it's not going to, then, put quality first, right? Put quality first. That's what he did. And most of the songs aren't singing, so he did most of the rap. Now, on songs like When I Grew Up, he had some tracks in the background. I believe like that was like half and half of him rapping and half of the tracks. I don't know. It might have been all him. It might have been. I'm not sure exactly. There's some songs where he kind of might go a little half and half on here and there. But as far as the verses go, basically all him, except for breaths, right? Except for breaths, but that you need a breath. And the breaths were super quick. He'd go da 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 breath, and he'd have the tracks fill in like that one word or that one little part, and then he'd keep going, or he'd have the people fill in that one little part or whatever. So yeah, he didn't track a whole lot, so that was great. And when he did, it filled in really good, and it felt really satisfying. Couple songs he didn't 100% project, or like weren't perfect, but really, really good overall. So really, really good in that aspect. As far as sound quality goes, amazing as well. The sound quality was absolutely amazing. The lights were insane. They were insane. There's so many of the smart lights moving, insane, so good. His drummer is really good too. Like literally all of it was really, really good. It was hype. It was great. And even my seat was good for only $40. And you got to pay $100, right, for the mosh pit. But if you think about it, you're right there. You're right in all the action. NF entertains the mosh pit people probably the best, right? Because he kind of like, he does this thing where he kind of talks to them, right? Doesn't actually talk to them, but he gets right by them when he's rapping and kind of looks at them, makes faces, whatever. Which I so much want to do next year, right? I want to be in the mosh pit. You know, we'll see how that goes. But legit, like, yeah, it's $100, right? But you got to think, they got to pay the venue, they got to pay his team, they got to pay NF for the work he puts in, for the labor, really. So all in all, I mean, I got good seats, the sound quality was good, which is partly the venue as well, right? But the lights were good, which were his crew. Yeah, just really, really good overall. He didn't have any really mess ups, and when he did, he told us about it, like the hiccups, and that was super funny and super light, and that was great. I wish he would have played I Miss the Days, but I get that. Yeah, probably wouldn't be super good to do live. And the thing is, he did songs that are kind of in the middle of rapping and singing live, like My Life. So yeah, I have nothing actually bad to say about it, except seeing the singing live would have been nice. It would have been nice, but that's not something bad to say about it, because he did more than anybody else really usually does. It was also really cool when he pulled out the 2 chairs when he did the Nate song, and he kind of talked to himself. Like, I thought that was super cool. I mean, he goes on the cage with Outkast. Yeah, that was just really cool as well. And another thing is, the cool thing is you can tell he's doing most of it live, because his voice doesn't sound 100% up to par with the recording, which isn't a bad thing, but nobody's voice is going to sound like the recording. It does not most of the time. So that's how you know he's actually doing it live. And when he messes up every once in a while, which I actually like, because it shows he's not lip syncing or tracking all of it, when he messes up every once in a while, you can hear that little stutter, you can hear that little imperfection, and you could tell he's doing it live. So I really enjoy that. And then even another cool part is, like, when he's going fast, like on Leave Me Alone, he's not like, he doesn't like doing it like, hey, look at me. He's just like all cool about it. Just like, yeah, I can rap fast. Like, all right, great, thank you. A couple of memorable moments definitely were on the final chorus of When I Grow Up. Everybody's bobbing, everybody's jumping. It's absolutely amazing. Fast part on Leave Me Alone for sure. The beat drop on The Search when the curtain drops, and he, oh my gosh, that is it. It's hard to explain how amazing that part was. The singing part on time, because everybody sings it. Same with Let You Down. The fast parts on No Excuses and Returns, those were, and the end of Return when he goes oh my gosh, amazing as well. Outkast was a really, I did not expect him to do Outkast, but that was really good. Surprise. Of course, the hiccup, that was a memorable moment. Anything else? I can't think of anything else, but the whole thing was a memorable moment, to be honest. So yeah, I can't wait to see NF again. It makes me sad that the concert's over, of course, but it makes me happy that I can talk about this and talk about more NF stuff in the future. But I mean, I guess if I was to rate this 1 out of 10, bro, I'd give this a 9. I give this a 9. Super, like, especially for where I wasn't in the mosh pit or anything, but I felt the hype. I felt it was great, and it was safe too. It was super safe. I didn't worry about anything. I was there with my friend and my mom, and it just overall really great experience. But I guess maybe what keeps it from being a 10, or I'll give it an 8.5, is probably the opener. But right, I'm not really reviewing the opener, but that's just part of it. I mean, the opener pretty good, NF really good. I give it like 80% out of 100. You know. So, anyways, let me know what y'all thought about it if you went to a concert as well, if you went to this exact concert. Yeah, I just amazing, right? Just really good. And you can see what I'm talking about if you look up NF The Search Tour Phoenix. So yeah, I definitely can't wait for him to come back, and I hope he does in this tour. He releases 2020 tour dates, and they're not actually in Arizona, so that sucks. But I'll see y'all later. Stay tuned tonight for some review videos and reactions to new music that's coming out. And please, NF, drop a new song soon. We all heard that snippet, so I'm excited for that too. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Also, if you want to see the Search album review, that's on my channel as well, so check that out. But really good job, NF.